Yeah, well, by the time she gets that on, it's less than 10 seconds. We'll call,
876.
so we'll call this meeting to order.
Take my ringer off.
The first item is to approve minutes of our February 18th meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Any corrections?
I'm good. I'm good.
All in favor?
Ben.
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
That's good.
Okay. Public demand and board interest, we have changed public comment to the beginning of the agenda. So now is the time if anyone has public comment. Going once. Going twice. Okay.
Huh.
Amazing.
Hmm.
Better than. we do
Don't
better
look
than
a gift horse in the mouth. We appreciate you being here.
Department head reports. Next item.
Network and CBS.
Let's see, who's first? Recreation, she is not here. I hadn't heard from her. Something going on today up there?
I don't think so, but I know we're winding down. Can't.
Yeah, when's her last ice day is coming, I think.
It's Saturday.
22nd?
Saturday, yeah.
The Colonel's Cup.
What's the skating show? When's it?
Last
That was
weekend.
last weekend.
Oh, it was last.
Yep.
Saturday. Colonel's Cup is the last event.
My
Saturday
boys
night.
are on the ice right now, so I know the ice is still.
Yeah.
Sunday
We're gonna
morning.
make them skate around in their sneakers on Saturday. I'm guessing Saturdays.
Sunday,
Sunday.
March 22nd is in her report,
Okay.
Okay. I mean, the last event, I believe.
the last event.
Okay,
Fix it there.
yeah,
Mhm.
April.
Oh, that's in April.
That's in April. Yes. No, April 25th, which is a Saturday.
it'll be warmed up a little bit by then.
Yes, 100%. I'm talking about.
I know.
Go ahead.
Okay, PD. What do you have, Ryan?
Nothing new to add. Disaster diverted downstairs.
Yeah, the water was
Because we
headed
didn't
towards your
fall
place.
Seems to be a low spot.
Isn't it usually-
Questions for
To go with several of us were down there.
questions for Ryan, anything to there is another item later on the agenda for the PD, so. Let's see. Treasurer's report. Meg, we have a lot to add
Have you
later.
been busy?
Any questions for Megan?
No.
We'll come down to the end.
Yeah.
Okay, clerk report.
Nothing to add.
Megan,
Yeah, nothing.
nothing?
Yeah.
Any questions for Megan? Okay. Assessor, you have her report. She is not here. She's restating, what's going on with the closure notice, disclosure notices and access to the website,
Mhm.
things like that.
Have they moved out of walk-ins?
I think they've had a reasonable amount of walk-ins.
They're not lined up out the door, obviously.
No, but I think Jim can
Yeah.
probably say that we.
Lorraine's been setting up down here and Cindy's been upstairs and they had a chair on the wall for initially, but no, it hasn't been crazy, but then you hear through the grapevine that they are talking to appraisers, they are talking to realtors. The realtors are saying they're getting quite a few calls.
Yeah.
Saying, can you help us out here or whatever?
Mhm.
Do know that that's going on. And, there is some chatter, I guess, on Facebook. I'm not on it. I don't see
I
it,
try to avoid it.
which is,
What's new?
yeah, and, but no, it hasn't been
Okay.
So
Just curious.
it sounds to me like people are potentially doing their homework to try to better understand if they're connecting with realtors and
Yeah,
Doing
well,
some
I
of that.
mean, they're looking where they can. And it's taken the wrong way. Um, I think they got the understanding that, coming to the town board or to the village board, you know, they can come here and complain, they can come to both of them and complain about, their assessment and what went up or whatever. They can complain about the process, but we are in no position to do it, to really help them. We can direct them, go to the assessor's office, they're listening to
Scar.
people, here's what you have to do, but here's the process, and that's about all we can do as boards, is say, do your informal review. If you're not happy when you get that back, go to the BAR,
Mhm.
because there's gonna be 4 days of that.
right, and
And
that's what I'm
then-
thinking is gonna
And
happen.
then if
That's gonna be.
you're still not happy, you have the avenue of going to small claims.
Yeah.
So, and that's, so I said, I think, that message has gotten out there, or I think we'd have seen more people coming into our meetings.
Mhm.
Now, just because they're not here tonight, or just because there was only 2 at our town board meeting last Wednesday night. If they don't get any satisfaction with GAR on those informal reviews.
Right.
They may be at our April or May meetings.
Right.
And the same with, if they don't have any luck with the BAR, they
Mhm.
still may show up, at our
Mhm.
June meeting. And so, it's, right now, I think they're going through the process the way it's set up, but, we still may hear from them.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at. I had later on, just a reval update, as a position holder in the, under old business, but I think we've covered a lot of it. And I'll just make sure I hit the points that I wanted to make, and we'll do it in this here and cross it off my list, but it's important that people follow the process, bottom line. They can contact GAR, that number's gonna be available now until like the end of the month. 27th, that, it was originally scheduled to end a week sooner. We talked to them about that. If they want to challenge, they need to start with GAR and create an account online and then, move from there. The town assessor and her assistant have been here. They're answering questions for people that don't have internet access or want FaceTime with someone. It's been working very well. And, nobody's, beating them up. They're having conversations, and it's been really helpful, I think, for a lot of the elderly. And people that don't have access to, the internet, including, the Amish. So, the assessments and tax rates, I know, we understand the differences between the two. That this reassessment or revalue is really about just the value of your property, and that's done fairly. So, that's where we're at. Jim, I think that's really all we needed to message. And so we'll move on. We'll see how next month goes. Let's see. Economic development.
I don't think I have anything to add.
Okay. Any questions?
Okay.
Yes.
One question that I keep getting asked, and I think the answer is probably fluid, but keep getting asked, when is this gonna get torn down? Does anybody know? And I said,
Old
This
business.
building?
It's in old business, but that,
all right,
we're waiting for the final, environmental assessment, the federal environmental assessment. I think they were very close, to wrapping it up. Once that's done, we're gonna look at They already have contractors looking at tearing that down. We have to be careful if we're doing it, that it's done, you know, on a bid basis. So, we're hoping this some.
We're gonna celebrate and have a party.
You'll
Gonna
know.
come?
That'd be, that's the other question everybody keeps asking.
Those are the two things. When is this coming down and when is the brewery opening?
Right?
That's
Yeah.
For real.
That like
Yep,
constant.
yep, same.
Any other questions for,
Thank you.
Lee? Yeah,
Perhaps.
if not, superintendent.
Hey,
Me too.
How you doing?
good. We got a engineering estimate from Barton and Judas just today for Taylor Park.
Oh, good.
And Mike and I'll be discussing that with FEMA tomorrow
Yeah, we have a
at our bi-weekly
bi-weekly,
meetings. So we just got that. So we're
Good.
gonna see where that,
where that lands us.
yeah, it's something they requested, so. Barton and Judas was able to produce that for us, and we're gonna kind of see what happens next.
Good luck.
Yeah,
Anything else to add?
nope, other than we dealt with a sewer issue, DPW ended up getting that blockage cleared in between the building and the street. And I'm gonna see if, the contractor can kind of hone out the pipe, so to speak. We got a camera in it to look at it, and, it looks okay. It's an old cast iron pipe, so, but there's nothing obvious wrong with it. So.
Okay.
I just want to see if we can clean it up a little bit better, because it's obviously a huge inconvenience to have that happen and shut down our building.
Anything else for Tim? Let's see. Casey,
I have nothing to add. If anybody have any questions for me?
anybody? Tim and I talked a little bit about, the, cemetery here on Minor Street. And we need to look a little bit, we wanna start thinking about that a little
Okay.
bit. And maybe if there's any grants available to do any work on that. It would appear that the village has a responsibility for that.
Okay.
You know, it's abandoned basically, but it's our responsibility because it's in this community. The town gets to take over the ones that are basically abandoned in the town. Yeah, I know. You don't want any more, do you?
I'm fearful.
So, you know, one thing, I'm sorry.
It's inevitable. I'm fearful, but yeah, there's some big ones that.
Yeah, they go bankrupt.
The model doesn't work anymore.
As I said, you know, just example, when my parents paid $200 a piece for perpetual care.
Yeah, yeah.
Perpetual care, that's a long time.
And $200 doesn't very far in perpetuity.
This is $200 just take care of those two great. And so, and there's the problem,
Yeah.
it just costs so much to maintain them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And that's, and, yeah, there's.
I wonder if there's like, what is that Office of Historical?
well, I think that Casey.
Yeah, SHPO,
can,
whatever that stands for.
State.
Casey may have some ideas. I know Tim's done a little bit of research and, you know,
If you do any research, it pops right up online, New York State.
concerned about the fence and whether it needs a fence or not. and-
Historic preservation.
We have to basically
There you go.
maintain it. I mean, really, I was getting after the fence around it,
Right.
Nothing else.
do
Little did
something
you
about
know.
it, and maybe there'd be like a small grant to take care of that, of course.
Right, that'd be great.
Did talk to the Rotary Club, and I know they're interested in helping out with the fence. I don't know
Cool.
Habitat at
what
St.
it
Lawrence.
consists of as far as whether it's just manual labor or financial, but, yeah, I did have a meeting with them earlier this month.
Yeah.
Financial will go a long ways.
Yeah, that would help greatly.
And
Cash money.
And Habitat is interested and continues to be.
Yeah,
At
yeah.
St. Lawrence.
Okay, Tim,
I've got nothing else to add tonight. If anybody have any questions?
no, I'm good. Anybody else? I think I got everybody. Need a motion to accept, department head reports?
So moved.
Anyone opposed?
Second. Getting ahead of yourself.
Yeah, I know, but I'm so used to just bang, bang, bang. Anybody opposed now? All in favor?
Feeling so bad.
Just
Bob's rules.
rolling.
Been doing this for a little while. Okay, committee reports. Who would like to go first?
Well,
Don't all
we're
start
all
talking at
jumping
once.
in. Yeah, I can start. Economic Development Committee met, or team met, discussed, the ongoing projects and grants. Starting to think about priorities for grant applications for this coming grant season. And of course, have the EDSC meeting tomorrow. I don't really think there's much more to say about that. Everything I think Lee's report. Infrastructure. We've been meeting a lot. I mean, we've been meeting about infrastructure quite a lot, actually. But the committee met, we talked about ongoing needs for stormwater. That's a little bit later, on the agenda. But also, thinking about the drinking water and how we're gonna attack funding it. And ultimately, we're at a place where, it's budget season, we're talking water sewer rates. I think that, where we're at, and Kara can add and, correct anything I say, incorrectly, but we're gonna recommend that we move to a new rate structure. That we're gonna move to a EDU/hybrid model. So there will be a flat fee based on fixed costs that each household will pay. Other non-single family households, or shall we say, non-residential, will be assigned an, number of EDUs based on their consumption, which can be reviewed annually.
What does EDU stand for?
Equivalent dwelling unit.
Oh. Nice.
Yep. And then, so that's one portion of the model, and then the other portion of the model relies on, certainly usage, so it's usage based. So the more, and what this will allow us to do is to, better project and budget for our costs, which is imperative, not only because it's our responsibility as a municipality, but it's imperative now because we have these capital projects that we need to launch and fund. And grant, potential grantors, of course, we haven't been having luck, but we will keep trying. Grantors for the drinking water particularly, want to see certain things, and and anytime we apply for a grant, our consultants, we're gonna pay a consultant to do the work of moving, creating an EDU model from what we have. And if we go out, when we go out, either to, borrow or, to bond, we are going to have to be able to demonstrate our budgeting and our planning. And so an EDU model is a much better way of doing that. So that's one piece, and there is going to be an impact on revenue from doing that alone. However, a positive impact on revenue from doing that alone. However, yes, good point. It's not going to be enough, because we really need to move in the next 1 to 3 years. I mean, 1 year, like we need to start now with the design for our transmission lines. So that means that we also need to increase what we are bringing in more than what will be done simply by switching to a different rate structure. So where we are right now, and quite frankly, we knew this last year. We knew that we were looking at about a 15% increase again this year. And so, yep, that's really not new news. Exactly how that is going to fall out in the new model, that's what we're working on. So we still need some time to figure out what that model looks like. And, you know, it's not going to be a 15% increase on the usage is, I guess, what I'm saying.
It's more like on the bottom line.
Mhm. Yes,
May I add,
yes.
you know, as we've looked for grants for these kind of things, one message that keeps coming back to us is that we're not charging enough for our water.
Yeah. On the other hand, the state of New York doesn't tell us what we should charge.
Well, no.
So there's no, you know, you're not charging enough,
You go in a
but,
circle.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. So start guessing.
So, you know, a lot of communities bill in either an EDU or an EDU hybrid, usage hybrid. Like we are by no means the first to do this. And we've been in communication with some other communities to like help us think about this. And so that's where we're at. That's all.
There's more work to be done on this. It
There are.
require public hearings and
Yeah.
law changes and everything else. So this doesn't happen overnight. It
No.
just doesn't happen by sitting in a budget meeting and saying, oh, this is what we're gonna do.
No, it doesn't.
So, and it, you know, just to make sure everybody's clear on that. It's gonna take a little bit of time. So,
Anything else, Ann Fisher?
Other than what, Lee mentioned in the tap,
Oh, in her report.
in your.
That was submitted,
Lee's report,
thank you.
That was submitted on the 12th,
Mhm.
not before.
Communications and technology met. We met with another notification system vendor. Our next step is that we are going to meet again, not again. We're going to meet with, our, website, provider.
Revise.
Because we want to explore how we could better use or make the alerts on our website work for us better. To see if there's a way that could work instead of a notification system, or at the very least that we're not duplicating things that, again, we're paying for, right?
Yeah.
So that's the next step for us at our next meeting. Still on our docket is also, you know, the streaming and such of our meetings. Finance committee has been meeting regularly. You know, because here we are, budget time, so. I don't know that I need to say anything else about that.
That's right.
no, not at this point.
I don't mean to, let's rewind for a second.
No
I'm not
problem.
really new about, the website, but there are some, it seems like there's some functions that are not happening, like the meeting calendar sometimes seems off. Particularly, well, I had a situation with Complete Street Task Force where I submitted all the dates and some of them have yet, I don't think they're showing up correctly. Most recent March meeting did show up, so that's good. And then, we're having some troubles getting our minutes uploaded, and I don't know if that's just, you know, because we haven't had a chance to do that exactly, or if there's a problem with file format or something along those lines with the website.
So, as in, okay,
We can talk about it. more.
if you
Sort of
could,
mention it now.
yeah, I mean, I think it would be helpful to have like some specifics on the calendar, so if you wanted to
Yeah,
email that
yeah.
to us, then that's something we can put tickets
If you want to
in.
try to email me some minutes, I can try to see if I can upload them.
Sure, we can do that.
Okay, what's next?
We're getting a golf concession contract signed.
Mhm.
Hard to believe there'll be golf with this temperature, but. Spring. Tim didn't mention in his report, there's a lot of geese at the golf course, so talking about how to eradicate the geese. Offering my dog up as a,
Yeah, anybody wants to take the dog out there for a run,
Think about it.
how about it?
I got you.
There you go.
yeah, I got 2 seconds, yeah. Sustainability. We met last week, what's that next week? Repair fair, Saturday, April 25th, 9 or 10. Anyway, there'll be posters, we'll have another meeting before that,
Posters are out around town
for,
the repair fair.
I thought they were just posters about repair. Anyway.
That's exciting. Those are fun.
Yeah, and they're gonna have some actual, like a bike repair little workshop. They're gonna have some actual, things like that throughout the session.
Educational.
Yeah, where if you really are, not just, I want you to fix my bike, but I'd like to learn how to fix, give a man a fish.
Yep.
And, so that should be exciting. Gonna be at the pavilion again. What else? For mostly,
That was the big chunk.
the gist of it.
Okay,
And what else? Oh, rec, we had a meeting, where we went all over rates for next year and, reconfiguring some stuff, so I think it's involved in the budget process, you are well aware of
Yep.
that stuff, that,
okay,
and the big topic too was to have some more formalized agreements for next year for all the groups that use.
Yeah.
Just some standardization.
Yep.
So.
The community groups that are using.
Yeah.
Nice.
everybody, yeah.
Yeah, so that it's a consistent, what the village's role is versus the group's role.
Standardize it.
Standard or, you got it. So in that concession, the Blue Line concession, they've been happy with their season and.
Great. I was gonna
Well,
ask how that, cause I saw that
They
they
think,
closed up and, but I didn't know, like,
Megan has reported that they're, she asks them periodically and they've been very happy.
Great.
with that, so I don't know how, users,
Supposed to have the best
Megan-
poutine in the area. so.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what my son says, yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
See, she'll go to the guy on
Uh-huh.
routine review.
Yes.
There you go.
Okay.
I have one too, in my family.
Anything else?
Yeah, Complete Streets Task Force met, and amongst the other things that we talked about, are meeting minutes showing up on the website and any kind of calendar glitches. We started getting inspiration or thinking about ways to get inspiration for sign kiosk, map kiosks for the future Canton Trail. We talked about, resources like the New York Parks and Trails and the kinds of signs that they use. And aside from that, that was really sort of the bulk of the conversation, talking about, what might a map kiosk look like here and where they might be located potentially. There hasn't been any decisions made on that, just sort of spitballing. That was our Complete Streets Task Force. Tech and signs.
Okay. Very good. Anything else? Sounds good. We'll move on. Communications and information. The chamber. Tom?
Vendor applications for Dairy Fest went out today.
Oh, okay.
That's first weekend in June, so it's pretty soon.
Ooh, the optimist.
We have a jazz show coming up at the Best Western on April 18th with the Five Dots and some other student musicians, and
Oh, yeah?
it's gonna it's a fundraiser for the chamber, but also for the Institute for Learning Centered Education's Autism Awareness Program, which is a pretty amazing thing that they do for free for
Uh-huh.
schools and first responders and anybody else who has contact with the public.
cool.
That's the main focus for me right now,
Okay.
getting the Dairy Fest set up.
Any questions for Tom?
So April 18th, huh?
April 18th is Saturday, yeah.
Curious about that.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, we'll move on to old business. We already hit Revale. We'll skip right over that. Report on the sewer project. there's a couple of things, a little later in the agenda, we'll be approving contracts. But, the bids were opened, in February, end of February, and, things are progressing. You see both the written report and the, spreadsheet that they provide. Spreadsheet has changed a little bit, some columns are starting to move around a little bit. But, you'll start to see what's been spent and where we're at. A lot of things are gonna start happening here.
Yeah,
Exciting.
it is
Good.
exciting.
I don't know if,
All of
Tim has pretty decent handle on this. I don't know if you have any questions for Tim.
Must feel good to get to this point.
I think the guys are, the wastewater people are happy too, that we're moving forward.
Yeah, it's gonna be a balancing act of construction going on out there.
Yeah,
We'll get there.
Yeah, where are we gonna get water for golf course?
Oh.
Be right back there
Uh-oh.
again.
Oh my gosh,
That's right.
Got it now.
let's procrastinate that problem.
We put a lot of water on the golf course.
Yes,
Dear,
Uh-huh.
Oh, great.
dear.
Well, let's hope we don't have that much of a drought.
Well, great.
Here's to.
We'll see. Next item on the, under old business was an update on the plaza. We're just waiting for NEPA to be done. And then we're hoping to proceed, with, the tear down. We have a couple of questions that have popped up about right of ways, but we're dealing with that, and then we'll go from there. I don't know that that's been solved yet, but I think we have some ideas. So. Okay, moving on to, new business. We have, first item is to authorize payment of vouchers and transfer of funds.
So,
second.
I waited for that. All in favor? Anyone opposed? Thank you.
But I do want to appreciate Meg's careful documentation of all the moves.
Yes. Very.
Well, that's, yes, and that's important, that's being done now.
Mhm.
Glad to see it. Thank you.
Yep, very much
We have
so.
been asked to do that kind of thing. The auditors like that.
Keep
Okay.
the auditors happy.
The next item is the award bids for the sewer project. There were 3 bids that, have come out. I put those all in the, file for you to look at. I need your approval.
Do we need to do them
Done.
separately?
I don't think so, but we can. The first one is, let me just get it here.
Probably would be safer. And it's,
Let's see what one popped up. Well, first one that came up is the mechanical construction
Mhm.
bid packet. I need a motion to approve
so
that.
moved.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Anyone opposed? The next one is the bid packet for electrical construction.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And the third one is for general construction. That's the biggie.
That's the big one.
And, need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Local contractors have,
Yeah.
Yeah,
were interested in this project, and it's nice to see.
it is. It's great.
So, we had we had a number of bids, and the local ones came through, so very
Love
pleased
that.
with how that's worked out.
Agreed.
We'll be signing those, in the morning, and, they will be given the notice to proceed.
The games begin.
The, next item was to, discuss and approve the proposal for design and oversight for the park project.
Mhm.
That was dropped in there. Lee, do you wanna speak on behalf of how that's going?
Yeah, sure. We got 6 proposals in. The Economic Development Steering Committee is serving as the project advisory committee for that project. And so they were reviewed and scored by the committee. We chose to interview 5 of the 6. And then rank them and Labella is the firm that came up on top.
Okay.
Again, we had some really great presentations and, again, 3 local firms applied and, it was a good group. Thankful for having a good outcome.
Any questions for Lee?
They were,
They did a fantastic
the
job.
guy who,
And you were both involved.
Yeah.
yes,
Labella, again, it's local. And, this is for design, and, you know,
construction management.
construction management type of work. I had a question from somebody about, they'd like to see the design. Well, it's not done yet, so. A little misunderstood.
We all do. We all do. Looking forward to it.
There'll be public hearing. I mean, there'll be public meetings.
Absolutely.
for this.
Yeah,
We're-
public
we're-
engagement.
There's
That's
a
the next phase.
process. Yeah,
That's really the next phase, so.
okay.
Actually can be really fun.
Yes, I
Well,
think it'll
good.
be great.
So I need a motion to approve, that contract.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, I need, approval for the food service contract, food service concession at Partridge.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Perfect. I'm gonna jump over and go to a request for a part-time dispatcher in the police department. One of our employees there is left due to health reasons. The chief asked me if, he could look for another person to fill that few of those hours. I think it's the right thing to do.
So we need a motion to
Yep.
support that. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I mean,
Okay.
dispatchers are critical.
And, I need to prove our intent to act as lead agency for stormwater seeker. This is the first step of, some of the stormwater work that we have to do on the Judson, Farmer, Cleveland, all of them,
Cord.
Goodrich, all the way down
Yeah.
the board.
Oh,
13617.
Yes. Yep.
And,
This starts the 30-day period.
Yep.
Where other agencies get notified.
Mhm.
This is,
and B and L did. the
B and L
form.
is doing, yes, B and L did the form.
Appreciate
They
that.
will move that forward and then we'll have to do a full, seeker.
Sure.
But we'll act as lead agency for that. So I need your approval.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay, and the last item, we will give you the, tentative budget book. It's, then we're gonna go into executive session. We have a couple things to talk about. So, I just tell you that, Meg has worked very hard on this.
Thank you.
We've all put a little bit of effort into this, but Meg especially.
Just put a lot.
But we do have a couple personnel things to talk about in executive session, so. We're not gonna dig into this tonight. We have a, budget session, scheduled for 31st, yeah. And that's when, and everybody's welcome, obviously, public's welcome. So, with that being said, I need a motion to go into executive session.
So moved.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Any opposed? Okay. Thanks, Jim.
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you. Public announcement,
You're gonna
the
stay,
Canton
please?
Musical Music Man is this weekend, if anybody's interested in doing.